Well, I guess that kinda sucks really. I suppose they have full right to sue the makers of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, but oh well, I'm sure they'll have enough money to pay the sue though, but what can you do? I don't know. It's impossible to answer that question considering that I actually haven't played Brawl yet, because I don't own it, because as I've said I think 2 times in this video already, I'm waiting very patiently for the PAL release of the game. But while I'm waiting, let's have a look at what I do have. Mario Kart Wii, which you Americans don't have. I'm sorry, I bet that's getting really old now, isn't it? Okay, it was very difficult to choose a top 10 because there are that many shit games out there, you just don't know which one's better than which. However, I have chose 10 games, I just haven't put them in any specific order. So here are those 10 games, some of which I'll be reviewing in the future, and others are already reviewed by the Angry Video Game Nerd, but are still very terrible. So here are the 10 games. Bible Adventures, Bubsy 3D, Action 52, Wally Bear and the No Gang, E.T., Bomberman Act Zero, Aquaman, Shaq Fu, Ghostbusters, and Home Alone 2. 10 of the worst games of all time that I haven't reviewed yet. I've actually only checked out one of the Super Nintendo games, although here it was called something like Super Probotector Alien Rebels or something like that. I only checked it out slightly just to see how good it would be. And it was pretty good, despite the fact that it is very hard, like most people say. But I'm going to go back to it someday and I'm going to try and finish it, just to prove to myself that I can beat it, knowing that it's one of the hardest games of all time. That's it everyone, that is every question answered, and I think this calls for a very special song. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. So with the question count officially at 0 for the first time ever, let us now begin with Guess That Game, and here's this week's Guess That Game. So if you think you know what that game is, then please send me a private message saying the name of the game. And remember, if you leave a video comment saying the name of the game, then I will send Mr. Parrot round to your house to insult you.
Who's a fucker then? Who's a fucker then?
And so you see,
Who's a fucker then? Who's a fucker then?
yes, you know, he says more than that, by the way. If you watch the I've Been Tagged video, you see all his wonderful phrases. So he'll be sent round to your house if you leave a video comment. Last week's Guess That Game was Jet Set Radio Future on the original Xbox. Now a lot of people guessed Jet Grind Radio on the Dreamcast, but Jet Grind Radio wasn't the fucking right answer, was it? The right answer was in fact Jet Set Radio Future. So let's see a list of people who guessed that right. But overall, the winner was Rocker91352. Rock on, dude, rock on. And now for the random poll, and this week's random poll is, what do you think of the recent YouTube change in design? Well, personally I thought that it was absolutely terrible to begin with, but you know what, now I thought that it's okay, but I still preferred it before. It's kinda taken me a while to get used to the new look, it's weird. Last week's random poll was, what do you think of the Bomberman series? And let's take a look at the lovely results. And 45 people agree with me in saying that it was good at first, but it's starting to get a bit old. 21 people say that they've always liked the Bomberman series. 9 people said that they've never even played a Bomberman game. 6 people said, who the heck is Bomberman? Come on, you gotta be kidding me. You don't know who Bomberman is. Oh well, and 5 people said that they have never liked the Bomberman games, with a total of 86 votes for this one. Not the highest number of votes yet, but quite a lot still. And so here we are at the end of the longest Friday video ever made. And what a long one that was. That took a very long time to make, but it is finished now. And as you all know, if you watch the start of the Friday video, there will be no Friday video next week due to school being an absolute prick with exams, and I have to spend all my free time revising for them. God, that's going to be fun, isn't it? And remember that the Kingdom Hearts review is going to be slightly delayed by at least a week anyway. It might be 2 weeks depending on how fast it can be done. Also because of school being a prick with the exams. So don't expect me to get the Kingdom Hearts review out very fast. It's going to take at least another week to finish it, at the rate I'm going with the stupid fucking exams, which I love so much. So, as with that said, I shall see you all in 2 weeks, because there's not going to be a Friday video next week, and goodbye!